Interior movie theater. Day. On the screen is a black and white film. The camera focuses on the film. In the film, the camera pans and we see a large, obviously fake cardboard dragon heading towards a group of 5 warriors of different races. A human, an elf, a dwarf, and 2 magical creatures. We hear the voices of Kel and Reyna.
The effects in this movie are so lame.
Stop trash talking your classic.
The group of heroes battle a horde of demons on the screen.
You can totally see the strings.
Shh, we're getting to the best part.
As the others fight valiantly, Jaystev, a wizard that looks like a mix of a man and a horned beast, stands on a large altar in the center of the room and chants. Will, a bookworm, hides during the battle and jots down information in a book he's carrying.
That's a dummy. Those are obviously dummies.
You're the dummy. Be quiet.
Jaystev begins to have a light come from his hands. As he does, cardboard evil reinforcements crash into the cave. Just as the heroes are about to be overrun, a cheaply animated wormhole opens and sucks in the villains. Jaystev stands on the altar, slowly fading away, speaking his last words, which Will translates. Gondalbando scala, balla scala condita. This spell will rid the world of the highest of evil from now and until the end of time. Interior movie theater continuous. We are close up on Reyna's face as she mouths along with the film. Kundal Bruna! Let battles never come to your progenies! When the line finishes, Reyna's face lights up in a smile. Music plays and credits roll.
Isn't it a great movie?
The camera pulls out from Reyna, showcasing a very fancy, classic-looking movie theater. In it are very few customers. Among them are Reyna and Kel. Reyna is a tall, thick girl in her early 20s who's half human and half elf. She has the look of a hip librarian, complete with the glasses and high hair bun. Next to her is Kel, 18, Reyna's cousin and full-blooded elf. Kel is even taller than Reyna, with darker skin and longer ears. She has the build of an athlete and dresses the part.
Yeah, it's something, cuz...
Oh, you just don't like anything without explosions.
Exterior theater day. Reyna and Kel walk out of the theater onto the street. Here we get our first glimpse of the city. Creatures from all races, elf, dwarf, human, sprites, harpies, werepeople, etc., line the streets. Buildings are tall and beautiful. Cars and people fly through the air.
So what did you think? Like, really think?
It was okay for a film chiseled from stone.
Exterior Angel City Street continuous. Kel walks slightly ahead of Reyna, taking in the city. It's obvious she's not from these parts.
Light of the Casting is considered by nearly all casting scholars to be the best all-around telling of the casting made on film.
Kel rolls her eyes at Reyna and stops to look at a large sculpture across the street. The sculpture is of characters from the film they just watched. 7 figures in total, the largest being the wizard, Jaystev. Reyna sees Kel looking and lights up.
Can we go see?
Yeah.
Exterior City Hall continuous. The statue is in front of a beautiful black building that is built entirely out of obsidian. Reyna examines the statues as Kel marvels at the building.
I've never seen so much obsidian. The earth magic it must have taken.
Yeah, City Hall is cool, but these statues, every time I come to the city, they blow me away. Did you know these statues were the first things erected when Angel City was built?
Reyna reads from the plaque on the statues.
To honor those whose actions cast out all evil from our world. Gives me the chills. Let's take an Ussie.
Don't you have like a million pictures of these?
But none with you.
Reyna takes out her portatrans, trans for short, a device similar to our cell phones. She presses a button, and the trans floats in the air.
Say casting.
My first weekend in the city, and I'm spending it reliving the past with my history nerd cousin.
I'll show you a nerd.
Reyna waves her hand, and a gust of wind blows Kel's hair into a mohawk.
Do you know how long it takes to do my hair?
Kel lunges at Reyna, They roll around on the ground. A flash goes off and takes a picture of them fighting. They stop and start laughing. Raina hugs Kel as she grabs her trans from the air.
I'm so happy you're here. And though you weren't a fan of the movie, I really think you'll enjoy the Road to Casting event tomorrow. It is a ton of fun, and there'll be activities and games. I even got you a dress.
I'm not wearing a dress.
Come on, RTTC is so much more fun when you dress up.
Nope.
Exterior bus stop day. Raina and Kel exit a bus. Raina is now dressed in a period dress. Kel is in modern clothing.
I would have paid for a port.
That's silly. The bus is fun. Come on, the guys are already here.
Raina takes off at a quick pace. Kel exhales and follows. Kel catches up to Raina under a sign that says Road to Casting Celebration. Beyond the sign is a large domed convention center surrounded by hundreds of attendees, the vast majority of whom are in costume.
This place is huge. And packed?
Told you I wasn't the only one who loved casting lore. Oh, I see Lynn.
Raina waves at Lynn, an athletic Asian human in full period armor complete with weapons.
Hey, Kim. Raina's here. And she brought a friend.
A few steps behind, Kim, tall for a dwarf at 5'2", looks up from her brochure and begins to walk towards Raina. Lynn follows.
Oh, that must be her cousin. She's living with them while she goes to school. You knew that.
I guess I did.
The two pairs meet.
Hey, Raina. Your dress looks fab, like 100% spot on.
Your blacksmith smock is pretty perfect too, Kim.
This thing? I only hand-sewed it, made it fire and freeze-proof, and...
Hi. I'm Lynn.
Hey, Kel. This one's cousin.
Baby cousin.
What did I say about calling me that?
I don't know, something like, wah, 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 I'm not a baby.
Kel gets Raina in a headlock.
You're barely 2 years older than me. I'm not a baby.
Yeah, you're acting so mature.
Lynn and Kim stare on, utterly confused.
Yeah, your family's weird.
I concur.
Raina and Kel stop fighting and pretend like nothing happened.
Where's Dre?
He went in early to hold our spot for the free-for-all.
This early?
Yep. It gets more popular every year.
We'd better join him in line.
I'm afraid to ask, but what's a free-for-all?
It's the qualifying round to get into the Quest World Challenge.
Kel stares at Lynn, confused.
The convention has a full-size Quest World inside.
Kel continues to stare, confused.
Best if we show you.
Interior Convention Center, continuous. Inside the dome, it looks like a medieval town complete with a sky and clouds. Vendors are selling everything from period-specific clothing to the latest casting virtual reality video games. Attendees move through the town like ants in a farm. In the middle of the convention center is a large castle.
Oh, nice. They did Castle Bakovi this year. See the serpents?
The group's eyes follow Kim's hand, and we see 3 stone serpents slithering atop the castle walls.
The field should be right outside the castle.
As they walk, Kel notices weapons demonstrations, magic shows, and several art exhibits. Kim sees something, stops dead in her tracks, and squeals like a little girl.
I'll meet you there.
Before anyone can speak, Kim is off. The others continue on. Interior-exterior field of battle, continuous. They arrive at a large empty field of grass just outside of the castle. At the field's northmost point is a large scoreboard that reads free-for-all. The perimeter of the field is encircled by a small wall and is surrounded by large bleachers beginning to fill with onlookers. Near the entrance to the field is a large line.
Wow, I'm glad Dre got here early. No way all these people are getting in.
They walk through the line till they meet up with Dre, a lean, long-haired human with the look of a surfer. He's dressed as a simple peasant with a large satchel swung over his shoulder.
I was about to tab text you guys. I think they're going to start letting people in. Where's Kim? Fangirling somewhere. We can do this without her if we have to.
Hey Dre, this is my cousin.
Shoot. Cool to meet ya.
We're about to allow the teams into the stadium. All non-combatants must leave the premises.
Combatants?
You gotta go, cuz. Take a seat up there and watch the show.
Kel walks off in a daze. She's spotted by Kim, who is holding a stuffed unicorn that is nearly as large as her.
Hey, Kel. Where are the guys?
I guess they're letting people in?
Crap, I gotta go. Hold this for me.
Kim shoves the unicorn in Kel's hands and runs off.
What the heck is going on?
Exterior bleachers. The bleachers are nearly full. Kel has taken a seat in the front row nearest the wall. The unicorn sits next to her. A teenage male faun, Juan, dressed as a squire, approaches.
As I live and breathe, a forest elf here in the city.
I didn't expect to see fawns here either.
Do you mind if I sit?
Kel moves the unicorn over and Juan sits.
Thank you. Yeah, there aren't too many of us out here. But my family have always been city fawns. But a forest elf off of a res? That's rare.
I'm here for college.
Ah, that makes sense. Freshman?
Kel nods.
Hey, me too. I'm going to Bayshore.
That's my school.
No way! Nice to meet a fellow Leviathan. My name is Juan.
Kel.
The two shake hands.
So, Kel, you know someone in the free-for-all?
Yeah, but what the heck is this?
Oh, it's an open field battle quest match.
What is all this quest talk? Quest world, quest match? The casting is my cousin's thing. I'm lost.
Oh, a total noob. Okay, I'll explain.
Exterior field of battle continuous. As Juan explains, our attention shifts to the action on the field. Teams are entering. Some as small as 2 people, others as large as 10. The teams' looks vary. Some are in period clothing, others are in modern clothing. But all the teams are carrying medieval era specific weapons.
Okay, so the first thing is that a quest match is just a match that happens in a quest world. Quest worlds are basically extreme theme parks. There are 2 types of quests. There's a classic quest where you have a specific problem to solve and a goal, and then there's the match.
Reina's group is now visible and all except Dre are armed. Reina has a dagger, Kim is holding a large hammer, and Lynn his broadsword. Dre just has his satchel. On the opposite end of the field, shimmering objects begin to appear. As the shimmer dies down, the objects take the form of various beasts of different sizes. Ogres, cyclops, reptile men, trolls, goblins, etc. The crowd cheers.
Which is basically just a big ol' fight. That's what this is. See those old school baddies over there? They're constructs. A mix of magic and technology.
The enemy begins to scream out battle cries. The teams of combatants stand ready.
They have all the powers and abilities of the dark creatures of old. But, of course, with built-in limitations to not kill. All matches have different rules. In this one, you can only fight the constructs. No quester-on-quester fighting. That's a different match. Also, in Quest Worlds, you're only allowed to use period-appropriate weapons. From there, it's simple. You take out a baddie, you get points. High scores get to the next level. Ooh, it's starting!
The beasts begin to run towards the teams. In moments, there are clashes of weapons and flashes of magic. Exterior bleachers continuous. Kel watches on in amazement as Juan gets to his feet and cheers.
The spells. The battle magic. How does it not, I don't know, blow us all up?
Oh, that's easy. To compete in a quest world, you have to agree to a power dampening. See?
Juan points to the field and we see that magic users are wearing bracelets, and magic weapons have small devices on them.
You take those off and the whole thing shuts down and security takes you out. Which ones are you with?
Kel points out Reina's group.
Nice.
Juan pulls out a digiscroll, similar to our tablets, and pushes a few buttons. Holographic images of Reina, Lynn, Kim, and Dre appear.
The Deciphers. Interesting team name.
Who are you here with?
Oh, I came here with my pops, but he's in line for an autograph. I don't know anyone down there. I'm just a fan. Wow. Looks like your friends are already in trouble.
With a swipe of his hand, a screen shoots up from the digiscroll. On it is a close-up of Reina's team in the middle of the battle. Interior-exterior field of battle continuous. A pack of lizard men have surrounded Reina and her friends, who have formed a circle around Dre, who stands in the middle, digging in his satchel.
Oh. Any time would be great.
Sorry, I didn't organize when I switched bags. Found it.
Dre holds up a horn.
Finally.
Oh, today Andre's mark.
Dre's eyes begin to glow. His skin begins to ripple as his body starts shifting and moving strangely. Suddenly, he leaps into the air with a loud roar. He lands on the ground, slamming into 3 of the lizardmen. The form we see isn't that of Dre, but of a minotaur.
I guess that's his mark.
The rest of the group attacks. Lynn and Kim swing their weapons at the two closest foes, and Raina raises her hands and magically tosses a pair of lizards to the side. Dre barrels through the remaining lizards. They stand victorious as the lizards' forms fade away.
The board says we're in 10th. Top 8 make it to the challenge.
Well, then let's get head cracking.
The group strikes off into the oncoming crowd of villains. Exterior bleacher is continuous. Kel is now on her feet. She stares in awe of her cousin and her friends.
An ominous? Dre's an ominous?
Goodness, your friends are full of surprises. I don't think I've ever seen an omnibus in person. And he turned into a minotaur? Oh, a day of days.
Kel watches on as Raina and her friends take on several more foes. They move like seasoned pros, dodging and slashing with their weapons. Raina occasionally tosses a foe with her telekinesis. Dre takes on several foes at once using his size and horns like he was born with them. It's obvious they are having the time of their lives. Kel sits down and unconsciously clutches the unicorn doll. She begins to stroke it.
This is so cool. How have I never heard of this?
Most people think everything casting related is nerdy. They don't know how awesome we casting peeps can be.
This is amazing. So amazing.
Kel clutches tightly to the unicorn and continues to look on. Interior-exterior field of battle later. The crowd has migrated onto the field. Raina waves to Kel, who is walking through the crowd. Kel rushes over to Raina and the others with Juan in tow.
What'd you think?
That was...
Amazing. Just amazing. I've never seen an omnibus in person. Do you use blood magic or totems?
Totems, mostly. And you are?
This is Juan. We met in the stands. He's going to Bayshore too.
Seriously? A fawn named Juan?
My parents are lazy. You guys are so interstellar. 6th place.
We'll get first in the challenge.
Yeah, we won't hold back.
Holding back. They were holding back? Oh, I knew when I saw that unicorn I'd have an amazing day. It's my spirit animal.
I almost forgot about bacon.
Kim rushes over and swoops the stuffed animal from Kel.
Thanks so much for watching her. I've been looking for one for months. They're sold out everywhere.
Oh, is that bacon from Crazy Time?
You watch Crazy Time?
Yeah, dude, doesn't everyone?
How did I not know this?
Juan begins to chat with Lynn while Kim corners Dre.
Who's your favorite character?
Probably roast beef.
OMG! Me too.
Kel pulls Raina aside.
How am I just finding out about this kick-butt hobby? You get to do battle magic!
I could swear I told you.
You said you hung out and did quests with your friends. I thought you walked around dark rooms looking for clues and talking about ye olden days.
Well, we do some of that, but mostly questing is about the battles.
Can you use elemental battle magic in one of these?
Yes, you can. The quest worlds are self-repairing, so you can go all out. Why do you ask?
I want in.
Sure, you can join us if you wear a casting dress for the rest of the event today.
I don't have one.
Raina waves her hand and a dress magically appears.
Always carry a spare.
Griffin claws. Okay. If I wear this today, whenever you do battle next, I get to join.
Oh, you misunderstood, cuz you're joining us for the challenge today.
Wait, I can fight today? Don't I have to sign a waiver or something?
Yeah, but they'll have them in the castle. We're allowed to add to our team since we're nowhere near 10 people. This will be fun.
Kel wraps her arms around Raina and lifts her up in a bear hug.
I'm so stoked.
Crushing me.
Kel puts Raina down.
Hey guys, looks like we've got a tag along for the challenge.
Really? Have you ever quested
No,
before?
she's never quested, but she's been studying Shanduska since we were kids.
That's forest elf special fighting style.
I know that. Why are you whispering?
Making sure you're in the loop. Humans don't typically know much about forest elves.
Stop whispering.
She's also an all-state elemental player, but moreover, she's my cousin. She'll be great on our team.
This is so mage. I get to see forest elf elemental magic in a quest challenge. What a day! What a day!
Interior castle lobby later. The top 8 teams fill the lobby. All are in period clothing except one team. Raina's team stands quietly looking at the large doorway on the other side of the room. Kel is in her dress and shuffles awkwardly. She has a pair of Kimpo sticks slung on her back.
So, do we have to say a password, or...
In a flash of light, the quest lord appears, dressed in a shiny purple suit of armor.
Welcome, all ye who seek a test. Listen now as I reveal your quest.
Is he rhyming?
Shh!
Exterior bleachers continuous. Juan sits holding a tub of popcorn, looking into the sky, where a huge projection of the lobby of the castle is being broadcast.
In this 1198th year, since the casting buried away our fears, 8 teams strong and brave believe their might keeps them from an early grave. You'll have your skills put to the test, and from 8 only 1 shall be named best.
Interior castle lobby continuous. The quest lord holds everyone's attention.
The goal is a simple one. Touch the goblet of Bakovi, and you're done.
There's a moment of silence, then a bell chimes. As it does, the walls disappear, and the group finds himself in exterior challenge field continuous. A field that is seemingly open. A few feet ahead of the questers, a large patch of grass leads to a terrain that can't be seen. What can be seen is a raised platform on which is a pedestal housing a large golden goblet with ruby snakes writhing around it. 3 groups rush off instantly.
Bad move.
Once the groups hit the tall grass, there are screams and members begin to disappear. We see one that is dragged away.
Giant snake?
It's Castle Bakovi. Of course it's a giant snake.
Exterior bleachers continuous. In the sky, we see that a few more of the other groups have decided to chance the grass. We get our first look at the large stone snake slithering in the grass as it attacks a dwarf male. Juan has pulled up a direct feed to Raina's team on his digiscroll.
We can send our heavy hitters to fight the snake while others go for the platform.
I think there are more than one snake.
A scream is heard off screen.
Ooh, I'm sure there are more than one snake.
Interior challenge field continuous. Raina and her team continue to discuss.
We split up then.
And end up like every horror film ever? Nope, we stick together.
Well, we better decide what to do quick because they obviously have a plan.
One of the members of another group sits cross-legged and begins to chant. As he chants, the other 4 members of his group float in the air and begin moving slowly to the platform.
Telekinesis. Why didn't we think of that?
I did, but we don't know if they have
A bolt of lightning hits the floating group.
air defenses.
The other groups decide to chance the ground and rush in, leaving just our heroes alone in the clearing.
We can't just sit here and wait to lose.
Kel takes off her shoes.
The snakes are made out of stone, right?
The group nods.
Okay, I'll take them. You guys run full tilt. Some of those other groups are getting close.
Without another word, Kel runs into the grass. The others follow. Seconds later, a large stone snake appears. Kel squares off against it.
Go! Now!
Kel holds up her hands and begins breaking the snake apart with magic. Just as the others start to move, a second snake arrives.
I said go!
Kel stomps on the ground, and the grass around them lashes out at the second snake, acting like ropes and tying it down. The group continues on. Interior, challenge field. Platform, continuous. The group reaches the platform. No one else is around them.
She's incredible.
Focus, where is everyone else?
Maybe the snakes got them first.
No way it's that easy.
The ground around them explodes, and 4 giant flesh and blood snakes are looming high above our heroes.
Couldn't just stay quiet. You had to jinx us.
Get to the goblet. Lynn and I will hold them off.
With a wave of Raina's hand, Kim and Dre are flung up into the air and land on the platform. Dre looks down and sees that his friends have no chance against the snakes.
Those things will be on us in seconds if I don't help. It's up to you, dude. Grab the goblet.
Dre takes a few steps back and runs towards the edge of the platform, reaching in his bag as he does. He pulls out a feather and turns into a large blue and white eagle-like creature. He takes flight, and the moment he does, a bolt of lightning hits him. Instead of falling, he absorbs the lightning and with a screech redirects it towards one of the giant snakes, knocking it down and causing the other snakes to pause. Using the distraction, Lin slams his sword into the ground, sending an earthquake towards one of the snakes, causing it to topple over. From his kneeled position, he shoots forward and tackles the next closest snake, which was being distracted by Dre from the air. Raina holds one snake at bay with her telekinetic abilities. The snake Lynn knocked over shoots up and speeds towards Kim, who is nearly to the goblin. Raina attempts to slow down the snake with the same trick Kel used. She stomps on the ground, but the grass doesn't move fast enough and the snake makes it to the platform.
Crap.
Come on now, cuz. Nature magic is my thing.
Kel rolls in on a wave of grass and dirt, slamming into the side of the final snake just as it's about to grab Kim. Kim dives for the goblet, and once it's in her hands, the snakes disappear. Exterior bleachers continuous. The crowd cheers, and Juan does a somersault. Interior, burger tent, later. Kel holds a large trophy as the group celebrates their victory with food, drink, laughing, and singing. Exterior City Hall, night. Dressed in their gowns, but now with coats over them, Raina and Kel, still holding the trophy, walk towards the statues at City Hall.
I have to admit, fighting today made me really appreciate these guys.
I know, crazy, right? Can you imagine living in a world where battles like that were common?
Yes. And no thank you.
Oh, I know. Well, thanks to the casting, Quest Worlds are the closest we'll ever get to the insanity of the dark days of old. Greatest spell ever cast.
Thank goodness for that.
The ladies stare at the statues, and we fade to interior cave night. A cloaked figure stands in a cave that is dimly lit by a combination of torches and modern floodlights. When he steps aside, we see a small tear in the fabric of reality. The figure reaches into the tear and pulls it with his hands, ripping the tear further apart. He steps back, breathing deeply. As he does, a clawed hand reaches through the tear. Then a roar of pain is heard as the hand pulls back quickly. The cloaked figure speaks. It won't be long now. The greatest spell ever cast is breaking.